Hello, folks. It is me. I'm Biggy, and I am back. And this is Let's Replay Unlimited Saga, and as Myth. And when we last left off, we had a pretty spicy battle with the Greed, which is a really high level battle for our level at the time. So if you want to actually go and watch that, it is in the live stream VOD up. Let me see if I could use my this hand here. It's gonna be somewhere up over. You know what? Uh, Over here, where my thumb is, that I'm actually wiggling around right here. That's going to be where the actual VOD is going to be placed. As a playlist, you can go and watch that. And of course, if you're a member of the channel, you could also watch this episode as long as all other episodes early at the binge watchers level, as long as some other perks, which I'll talk about at the end of the video as always. But that being said, let's just dive right into things. This, if you don't know already, is a one unique panel per character challenge. And what this means is that I cannot choose a panel that another character owns, and I must replace all duplicates of the panels I have as if possible. For example, um, if I look over here, we've got uh, Myth here has a water tablet, water familiar, punch, guns, and Maharaja. And Sapphire has fortune teller, fashion, natural, and artiste. Whereas Tiffin here has locksmith, sharp eye, and daggers. So what this actually means is that, for example, if I have, let's see, if I have a dagger panel on Myth here, I cannot choose it to put it on Myth because it will be a duplicate with a panel that another character already has. Like for example, and if that is the case, that's why I've actually had to reload the whole save. Good thing I've actually kept the whole thing on here. What I mean is I've actually kept the save state at the end of the last episode because I already screwed up at the end of last episode by choosing a dagger panel for Myth. He's not supposed to be able to receive that. So if anybody who's sharp enough to catch it on the VOD and saw it here, then yep, it is a little bit of a reset. And that's also why I have to use save states because I will be making a few mistakes in the run, the playthrough of this game. That being said, let's have a look here at what panels are actually available now that I've reset and come back here. Um, the one unique panel character challenge lends itself to either Myth or Ventus Adventure because specifically for Myth, he has these two. Good thing that I rerolled to demonstrate. He has these two particular um, skills that show up that no other character has. So Myth is going to actually have these particular Smith skills uh, as part of his build. And why that is important is that these are usually quite bad for two reasons. The weaponsmith and accessory smith skills are usually quite bad because firstly, um, they don't provide a lot of good stats for Myth himself. Doesn't provide any good growth for his character. For example, if you compare it to a level two, let's use the axe arts as an example here. If you look at axe arts, if I place it down here, it gives a plus 19 to magic, but that's okay because Smith's magic isn't great. But let's see. Replace the punch panel, the skill level goes up to 15, right? But if, for example, I use the weaponsmith here, you could immediately see that it's skill 11, so that's 4 less as at a level 2 multiplier, and it gets even worse as the level goes up. So it's a bit of a trade-off. Uh, by using these panels, you're actually giving less of a growth in skill. But the one thing that Myth has that no one else has is he has access to more than two of these types of panels. So he has Weaponsmith, he has Accessory Smith, and he has access to Quick Fix, and the other one is Artiste. And those are the only other two unique, um, quote unquote, skill boost. Uh, I think should we just call them Smith panels? Yeah, the Smith panels here, Myth and his Smith panels. Yep, that's going to be a bit of a tongue twister. So that being said, Myth and his the Smith's panels are going to be it gives something quite unique to his build, which is first off the ability to line them up in a line combo, which is going to be a significant boost to skill, uh, and it's also one of the ways to boost up skill without having to resort to keys. And key panels will be kind of key to the uh, this particular challenge because it won't occupy the same space as another character would have. That meaning said, by having and using these weaponsmith skills and panels, we're actually going to be able to make some other characters that use key panels, um, which is going to be kind of reserved probably mostly on Tiffin, but we'll see if another character is going to inherit all those key panels anyways. That's enough rambling to start things off. Let's go ahead and pick Weaponsmith or Accessory Smith. Let's go ahead with Weaponsmith, and I'm going to replace this particular Gun Arts panel. And the reason I'm replacing the Gun Arts panel is because I want the Gun Arts panel to show up on a different spot, namely over here. Um, and put the weaponsmith down here, right, like so. Should I do it over here? Yes. Um, to boost his magic up. And I'm saving this spot over here for a quick fix, but that we'll have to see if that's going to work out or not. And also, Myth has already a water magic tablet over here, so he could use Purify. And unless we get a higher level magic tablet, in the end, I'm going to use two map skills over here to boost his water and make him really good at using water magic. But that's down the line. The nature of this particular run through, of course, is that you have to take what you get as far as panels are concerned, and the soft resets or the actual game resets will be just part of the whole process. Let's move on for a bit and have a look at Tiffin. Tiffin is going to have the easiest choice here because she already has dagger arts, and by putting level 2 dagger arts here, her dagger damage will improve significantly. That leaves Sapphire with either Road Guide or Swimming or Wood Familiar or a Kick. And Sapphire, unfortunately, doesn't have a lot of good choices for in this case because uh, Sapphire's growth panels is basically she has some melee panels over here. Um, her strongest stat growth is skill, which is here, but her strongest elemental growth is fire, which is here. And the tough break for her is in a particular run like this one, it's she might not even make it to the final build, crazily enough, because will be basically she'll be actually have to uh, look for the coveted spot of the fire mage, and uh, if we wait long enough, then the better if I'm honest, Silver Girl will make a better fire mage than Sapphire does. So in the end, we might have to see Sapphire might not even make it to the final build, and she might just be a good artiste panel user, which is kind of scuff, really. But that being said, let's build her the best we can. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna start dumping panels we uh, are going to use as utility on her. Swimming, for example, is an interesting one. So we could do some quests that require swimming, and we're going to replace panels such as natural, um, and hopefully be able to do some damage with her. And I'm going to use this on the actually on the skill panel, and that's to improve her skill a little bit, so she could use some weapons and stuff. But that being said, that is the end of this. Let's go ahead and press all set and actually save the game data this time correctly. And let's go ahead and I'll see you guys in a bit after I do some shopping. And just so you know, since Sapphire has a artiste panel, where are you? We could actually get access to some really cool items already. So I'll see you guys once I return with all the shopping done. So be right back. Alright, just a little bit of a pit stop here. I'll demonstrate one very important thing that you could actually do. And I'll save state just in case. In Myth's adventure, there's the adventures called the Sevenfold Tale, and we're just going to use this opportunity to sort our items here. So you could use this after that, and just press return to leave. And all the items will be sorted. Now, and if you didn't know this already on all my previous playthroughs, that sorting items in an adventure like that is the only way to sort items, first of all. But the other important thing is it sorts all the items in the shop, so it makes shopping a little bit easier. So if you go around using the RT skill to unlock all of these extra gear, go into a repeatable adventure with an exit, like if it's for Myth, then the earliest one will be the Sevenfold Tale, I believe. Or the Seven Waterfalls is probably better, because that's a quest with kind of low, a quest with a kind of a low, you could get in and get out quickly, basically. That's what she said. No, but yeah, and now we could shop freely and do all the calculations and crafting that we will need. But that being said, though, we're probably just looking around for some items that we might want to use for crafting. And until then, the goal for now is to grab every bit of silver we can, go to the blacksmith, and then turn them into platinum, because platinums sell for lots of money. I might even sell the bilk. Oh, well, the bilks is actually quite important for other things. But yeah, we could use all these extra bits of platinum to sell and actually make some money back. As you can see here, because platinum has the lowest investment. For example, if you look at the bit of silver, the silver usually retails at around a little bit around 3,000 to 4,000, up to 6,000. And if you sell them, if you convert them to platinum, they sell for a lot more money, as you can see here. So I'm gonna go around spending some money, buying some stuff, but mostly just I'll just demonstrate now that if I need money, which I do now, I could sell 3 bits of platinum here, along with some other things that we don't need. Like, for example, we're not going to use these socks, so we could just sell these 4 bits of cotton. They're generally useless for what they do, but like for example, this bit of fang we don't need. Well, it's decent for repairs. and so we need all these bestials. Probably don't use this headgear, the serpentine headgear. And I'll definitely keep all these bits of obsidian. This bit of bilks is also worth a lot of money, but yeah, we're gonna keep things kind of on the yeah, let's just go ahead and sell some of these extra bits of stuff, and maybe one bit of feather couldn't hurt. And if you get a plus at least 10 items, you get some extra cash back. So it's worth it to do if you're doing a bit of selling. Yep, and now we have a lot of money to spend, and of course we're gonna spend it again on bits of things we want to craft with. Yep, so look at here. There's nothing here except for this bit of oak that we want. So at this stage of the game, what we want, of course, is all the wood that you get, mostly copse, cedar, and ash. No, copse, cedar, and oak for wood to craft some level 2 steel, and also get some silver and any bestial items. And remember, the bestial items are lazuli for wood, lazuli, ravenite, opal, carnelian, and what's the other thing? Topaz. And let's use those to craft all the platinum that you need, and then get the money back, wash, rinse, repeat. And I'll guess I'll demonstrate at least 1 or 2 times before I move on to doing other things. So I'll be right back with that. Alright, we are back in Gadiera, and we're heading now to the blacksmith. And just taking a look at our haul here, we got ourselves a lot of silver. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bits of silver. And yeah, all these bits of silver is actually quite important to our money-making scheme here, because what I'm going to do is use silver as the base item, and we could use any of these guys here. And as you can see, if I press and hold the this button, there's a general chance of turning into platinum, and it's about 1 in 6. So if I do this, and if I was doing this normally, I would save normally first, and then come to this blacksmith here, and then soft reset until I get platinum. This actually happened to happen in the first try, which is really lucky. And I'm just gonna wash, rinse, and repeat until I get myself all these stacks of platinum. But just so that you're kind of like aware, if you're actually planning to ever use a water mage, you need to keep at least 1 silver circos for that water mage. And I'll explain why once we come to the character builds section of this. But we also got ourselves a beast steel staff with wood support, so we might use that in the future, but for what, I'm not sure yet. But that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and keep repeating this process using silver daggers as the base, save right here, and keep repeating until I get myself a bit of platinum. And it's I could even turbo it so that yeah, there we go. As you can see, the rate of it is about 1 in 6. And in a normal game, I would of course buy as many bits of bestial as I can, use one of these against 4 bits of bestials maybe, and if it turns out to be a platinum, then I save. If not, and I just soft reset using the L and R buttons. LR start select. I think that's the button combination there. But yeah, I'm just going to do this until I convert all these bits of silver into platinum, and it will be good for quite a while actually, for in terms of money. And it's probably the best money farming thing in the game, unless we're going for some a normal run with no soft resets. That being said though, I'll be right back and we'll see how much money we could actually sell all these staffs and platinums as, but we're not gonna sell them yet. We need them for adventures in the future. Alright, be right back. Alright, we are back now with a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 platinum daggers here. Very, very awesome. So you know that the obsidian dagger right here, very important. Obsidian will be instrumental in making like myths run through a bit of a... It's important to myths run through. You need at least 7 of them, bits of obsidian, to be able to craft them into accessories for him. But that's going to be sometime in the future. So if you're actually playing as Myth, it's important to look out for bits of obsidian before you actually tackle the final adventure. So that's so you know you need at least 7, 1 for each of your characters. But yeah, after we're done with all these bits of platinum here, and then upping their durability as much as you can, and upping their skills as much as you can, you now probably want to focus on bits of ironstone. And of course, if you are an avid watcher of my playthroughs, ironstones and iron is very important in that there's a chance it'll turn into level 2 steel. And level 2 steels, as you know, will be the ones using the one for actually turning it to Damascus. If you use ironstone as a base, it is easy to know that it'll actually be a level 2 steel, because it will have it will turn into a steel knife on the first craft. But if not, then it'll you'll know by it having 1 less attack. A steel knife level 2 will actually have 38 attack instead of 39. So if we actually save over here and just do this, as you can see, it turned to an iron knife. That's its 5 out of 6 chance here. And if we actually keep going, you will see that there's a chance that it'll turn into a steel knife. Of course, it's probably better to do this once I have more bits of wood, if it's a normal run through. And if it turns out that it unlocked the skill, I'm not going to be super picky here. Unlocking a skill is actually quite important, because the chances of that happening is actually quite rare as well. So, that being said, we have a couple of items here already for equip, and we even have the option of selling all of these bits of platinum if you so wish. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bits of platinum, and some other things that we could use to sell them as well. But since we're not in any kind of dire need to sell these things off, I'm gonna hold off for now until we have a need for money. That being said, what I'm actually going to do now is the ever so essential... Oh, by the way, I found a bestial staff for Myth with basic water skills, so I'm definitely gonna use that. The other thing that we'll probably need to do as well to make sure that this bestial staff is will be good for us is that by using staff, like crafting a staff here, using the blacksmith. Let's see if we have any secondary materials we could use here. Could have used a bit of wood actually, but never mind. Let's go ahead and use a random bit of maybe lazuli. No. Bestial. Yeah, that's fine. Let's just make sure that we're not using special bit of bestial here. Yep, okay, so we do this. This staff will also have no weight. When the staff has no weight, it'll make your characters go faster, etc. And of course, having a bit of durability helps as well. But the more important thing about this staff, of course, is that it has water support. So any water mages that's going to use the staff will basically be very well off, so to speak. Um, but that leaves us at a bit of an impasse here, because what we actually want from Mythe is we want him to be able to have the Bastille staff as well as water support here. And we don't know if that means that we're going to give up on his gun build or not. Because that means that we're not actually able to give him any kind of significant boost to his skill, but we might actually just go with one less bit of water support. Let's give him a leather suit here, has more defense and also has a chance to unlock the life protection skill. So these will be kind of okay for now. We don't have any other bits of foot gear for these characters, or any headgear, because we sold them all. But that's fine. Probably want to do as much. We're already done with the bits of shopping here, so what I'm gonna do is, with this particular build that we have so far, we probably want to equip weapons on these guys as well, is we want to go tablet farming. It's a what's a good word for it? It's free real estate. Yeah. So I'm going to equip some daggers on Tiffin here. Also, I'm going to equip the bilks on Sapphire. And also, we'll probably want some weapons here. I'm not going to use the Bastille Staff for now, because we're not using any kind of water magic on Mythe that deals damage. We might use that soon, but that'll be sometime in the future, maybe. If we actually ever unlock a high-level magic tablet, the things will change for Mythe, I assure you. But okay, Tiffin here is going to take the most, the knife with the most damage, which is the Obsidian Dagger. I'll actually use the blacksmith here to try to unlock some skills on it. Yeah. Because let's use the quartz here. Or just unlock some durability on it, because she'll be using the dagger most of the time. Yep. And it'll unlock some new skills on her as well. As for accessories, let's have a look here. I don't think we have anything in particular we want to unlock, so let's just leave it at that. Sapphire will also, Sapphire and Mythe will also equip some knives. I'll probably use the platinum daggers, because these will unlock some new skills as we use them. In fact, I think it's probably better to equip all of our characters with platinum daggers for their main weapons here, because if these unlock some new skills, it'll at the very least be worth more on the market. Yeah, that's a really cool tidbit that to consider. But I think I've spent enough time talking about what I'm going to do, and actually let's go do it. So if you're wondering what kind of place is really good for tablet farming this early in the game, I'm just going to go and head to this adventure, the Abandoned Castle. The Abandoned Castle is important in that, oh well, I should definitely say first, the Abandoned Castle is actually quite important in the fact that it has some really good places to farm for magic tablets, and I'll just demonstrate it to you rather than yeah, I'll just show it off to you. I know I showed it off a little bit already in the first adventure, but it is important to go treasure hunting for some of these items here. And usually people sleep, quote unquote, sleep on it because they don't actually know this. But yeah, it's actually quite important for... Okay, let's make Tiffin the frontliner here. Let's have a look at the status for some of our characters. But yeah, these kinds of places actually are the greatest place to farm for magic tablets, because you just go in and look at some of these items and then just run out of turns. So for example, if you look at the turn limit here, it's 1 out of 150. If you go to the grand hallway over here and go up here towards the knight's quarters on the right, and go up these stairs. Yep, and I'll be right back after I defeat this bird. So be right back. Right. So if we use this walk to the second floor from this little area here, you head to an area called the Lookout Tower. And if you head to the lookout on the 3rd floor here, and take these steps up, it'll contain one of the 4 no-ding chests. And why no-ding chests are super important is that if you actually use Sharp Eye on these chests, there's a chance... Let's see what the... show up. Okay. There's a chance that you'll get a Mimic, but we'll probably want to look out for a Mimic without the explosion and without the... it has 1 lock, without explosion, and with a Mimic. So if you're not using safe states, what you could do is you head down this way. Climb up the ladder again. Yep. And then, as you can see here, the chest is now slightly different. And the traps will be different. So you can keep doing this over and over and over until you get the configuration of tablets you want, of things you want. So since I'm using save states, I'm going to save state right over here to demonstrate the viability of this. But if you have a save state, for example, over here, if I save, like say, for example, on a different slot, before we use the Sharp Eye skill, and if I pick the save slate slot again, and use the Sharp Eye skill here again, you will see that the traps are exactly the same, and the chest is exactly the same. So what this means is, if you are using save states at all, you actually have to save state right before we go up to the lookout. And if you're not using save states, then you can quick save right here before you jump up as well. But that being said, because of the nature of what we're trying to do, this is probably the fastest way without using save states that I know of to actually farm for treasure chests. So over here we already, okay, not what we wanted. Let's head back down, come back up, wait until we actually get a chest with the ladder, and the other chest with lock and whatchamacallit, chest with a lock and a mimic. And the other cool thing is, you could spend your time up here without actually any fear of little monsters popping up. So if you want to run out of turns without worrying about higher level monsters, this will do. So this is actually now my favorite place to farm for magic tablets. For any characters that actually, but you require at the very least a sharp eye skill. Yep, so now I'm doing this without save states, just to demo you that it is quite a safe place, or safe way to do it. And not only that, if you actually manage to do this, and you head back down and head back up, the chest will reset as well. So I'm going to keep doing this until I get a chest that I want, so I'll be right back. Alright, as you can see here, I have soft reset a couple of times. No, not soft reset, but loaded state a couple of times. Come in here, and yes, we have a chest with a lock and a mimic trap and non-explosive traps. So what's going to happen now is if I jump into the battle here, it's going to take a bit of damage. But that being said, we'll trigger the treasure chest battle here.
Ooh, something yummy coming our way.
Yes, it is. So let's go ahead and use Quick Thrust here. We'll also use Purify on Tiffin. Quick Thrust. Quick Thrust. And now Quick Thrust. Let's use Purify first to get her up and toasty. And also, using Purify this way will make the turn limit a little bit faster. I mean, okay, what I'm trying to say is using Quick Thrust this way will also make sure that we get our combos off. And if you're using the save state, of course, probably the best place to save is right before you do a combo like this. But you already know that. And if we actually did the combo, there's a chance that they'll drop a magic tablet. Of course, if you're actually going for the a couple of these combos here, okay, you could get to unlock some skills, and you see, drop copper, and we could just repeat this a couple of times, and it will speed things up for you. Life protection. Yeah, we'll repeat this until we actually get magic tablet. Alright, I'll see you guys then. And alright, we got ourselves our first magic tablet. So it's a good place to save state here. And of course, like I said, it's nice to actually keep doing this until you basically run out of turns. But again, if you're using save states, my recommendation is, yeah, you just keep doing this until you run out of turns. Yep. And if you're doing the tablet farming from this point on, and you have, for example, a turbo controller, you could just turn on the turbo for your E button here. And also, oh, actually, before we do that, before I forget, I'm just going to demonstrate what we did before. Okay, so as you can see here, if you wait up here, no monsters will show up. And if you head back down from the chest that you actually opened before, you can use the Sharp Eye skill again, and the trap setup will be different. See? You can actually even get another mimic trap right away. And they're gonna save on a different slot now. But yeah, you could just wash, rinse, repeat. This is probably the fastest way. It's even on console, this is the fastest way to get magic tablets farmed up. So I'm gonna scrub, maybe actually do a little bit of a tutorial. Um, it's the one cool thing that actually I could uh, add to the game as a supplemental episode. Because as you can also kind of see here that I received news, and it's pretty legit, it's from Famitsu, that this game's getting a remaster. If you didn't know that already. So this game getting a remaster means that we'll probably see some a small uptick on people who are curious about the game, and I'll be there to provide any kind of support. And I did that wrong already. But yeah, I'll do this for one more quest, for one more battle. Yeah, but actually, let me just do what I wanted to do originally, since I've already saved state over here. Since we got this magic tablet here, I'm gonna do what I did originally, which is press B repeatedly until we run out of turns. You can even speed up with frame limiter disabled. And if I end things like this, I let go here, you can see that, yeah, this is one way to pass turns. It'll be quite safe, but it's going to be a little bit time consuming, of course, with this particular setup. And as you can see, I'm playing this at about 600 times speed already. And eventually we'll run out of turns here. Almost there. So turbo controller helps. But yeah, okay, so we ran out of turns here. Let's disable everything. And I'm going to go and pick a different save state here, because I will come back to this state already. But this is just for a demonstration. So we head to the High Tide Inn, for example, and we just go to the cemetery. The cemetery is important because it's one of the few quests that once you leave, you actually get yourself a you actually get to see your panels immediately. And why this is important for our purposes is that we can actually see what kind of tablet we get from the fight with the mimic here. I know these aren't very impressive panels, but as you can see, oh, it's a metal artist magic tablet. And we could basically wash, rinse, repeat until you get the tablet you want. So that's pretty cool. This is kind of, there's an upside and a downside to this, is that once you actually farm the tablet this way, and if you like what you see, you could just, if you're actually doing this without save states, you put the quick save onto the tablet. No, that doesn't work, is it? No, this is actually kind of exclusive to using save states, isn't it? Because I was gonna say, then you could actually go to, yeah, this is actually exclusive to using save states. That means that you could actually head back to where you were before and load state. No, this is a different file. No. Yep. And then just go back to where you were before and try to get a different tablet. once you get your other tablet, then it's just a wash, rinse, repeat until you get what you need. So that being said, I think it's a good end to the episode, and when we return next time, you will see the results of my labor once I return onto Myth's main quest. I'll probably try to farm at the very least for one level 4 magic tablet, and that'll determine the future of my playthrough, whether if I'm going to keep Sapphire in the party or not. But at the very least, we have a good chance for us to get some interesting uh, tablets available for our characters here. So I guess that's it for now. It's me, I'm Biggy, and I'll be back. I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now. Alright, folks, I've completely forgotten, but I'll probably talk about it here. First off, thank you, Ipilux, for being a top tier member. Thank you, Bell, Randomanter, and Sephiroth Vale for also being members. All my members get to watch videos early, and you get some cool badges and emojis when you comment, so to show you off your abilities, well, your support to the channel. If you like the video though, just leave it a like, subscribe if you want to see more of my videos, and don't forget to click on the little bell notification icon to get notified for when I upload. But that's going to be it for now, folks. It's me, I'm Biggy, and I'll be back. See you guys in a bit.